In a further sign of improving relations with Australia, China is to remove tariffs on Australian wine. In return, Australia will drop its case against China at the World Trade Organization. Tariffs of 200% were imposed on wine and other commodities for 5 years, from March 2021.
The founder of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, is starting a 25-year prison sentence after being found guilty of fraud and money laundering by a court in New York. He stole billions of dollars from FTX customers in what prosecutors described as one of the biggest financial frauds in US history. South Korean police are looking for 2 men who are allegedly part of a plot to install spy cameras in voting booths. Secret recording devices were found in 40 locations. Voting in parliamentary elections will start on Thursday.
The US government has asked the space agency NASA to devise a unified standard of time for the moon. The White House said it was vital to set international norms as nations and private companies race to establish a more permanent lunar presence.
NATO's Secretary-General has said Europe and North America need each other in a speech marking the alliance's 75th anniversary. Addressing a ceremony in Brussels, Jens Stoltenberg said Europe depended on America for its security, while North America needed its European allies for their intelligence networks and diplomatic leverage.
From May, Facebook and Instagram will apply Made with AI labels to artificially generated videos, images and audio. The sites will no longer remove such posts.
New Zealand has announced an immediate tightening of visa rules to stem the flow of incoming migrants, which reached a near-record level last year. Australia has also introduced stricter visa rules to curb growing migration.
Large crowds across North America have watched the sky turn dark in the middle of the day, caused by a total eclipse of the sun. The Canadian province of Newfoundland and Labrador was the last place on land to see the phenomenon.
The Olympic movement is ending 130 years of tradition and will allow prize money to be paid to gold medalists in athletics. Each will receive $50,000 in Paris.
A jury in the US state of Illinois has ordered Amazon to pay the tech company Cove more than $500 million in damages for violating its patent rights in data storage technology. Amazon Web Services were found to have infringed 3 patents.
The friend and interpreter of the Japanese baseball player Shohei Ohtani has apologised after he was accused of stealing $16 million from the star to fund his gambling habits. Ohtani, who plays for the LA Dodgers, is also a huge celebrity in Japan.
Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong has announced a date for his departure. He'll leave in the middle of next month after 20 years in charge. Mr Loong is only the 3rd person to lead the city-state since its independence in 1965. The administrators of the Panama Canal have announced an increase in the number of ships allowed to cross daily, from 24 to 31. The decision will ease congestion in one of the world's busiest maritime trade routes.
The International Monetary Fund says strong growth in the United States will help the global economy expand faster than previously expected this year. According to the latest forecast, it's set to grow by 3.2%.
Foreign ministers of the group of 7 leading industrial nations are meeting on the Italian island of Capri to discuss Ukraine's appeal for urgent air defence and how to use frozen Russian assets to assist Ukraine.
A Nigerian chess master has broken the world record for the longest ever chess marathon, playing 58 consecutive hours in New York's Times Square. The previous record of 56 hours was set in 2018.
South Korea has confirmed that it signed an agreement with Ukraine to provide just over $2 billion in low-interest loans over the next 5 years to help fund reconstruction and development. Campus protests in the United States against the war in Gaza have spread from Columbia and Yale to other universities. On Monday night, police broke up a demonstration at New York University and made a number of arrests.
The United States has taken another step towards forcing the Chinese company behind TikTok to sell the video-sharing app or face a ban. Senators passed a bill which gives ByteDance 9 months to give up its US operations.
TikTok could be one step closer to being banned in the United States. President Joe Biden signing a bill sent to him by Congress that would effectively ban the social media app in America if the company that owns it doesn't find a new owner in the next few months.
President Biden has used his speech at the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington to make fun of himself and his rival Donald Trump. Age will be an issue in the election, he quipped. I'm a grown man running against a 6-year-old. Then he repeated his view that American democracy itself was at stake in November.
South Korea's president and opposition leader will hold talks shortly, following the heavy defeat of the president's party in parliamentary elections. The two have not met since President Yoon Suk-yeol took office 2 years ago.
시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다.